Yes, thank you, Madam Chair, and I want to thank you and Senator Kane and all my colleagues for conducting this hearing. It's a very important hearing. To Senator Kramer's discussion of history, I actually was just talking to Senator Hirono as we walked down to the vote on the movie, the latest movie on Midway. I don't know if anyone's seen that movie, but it's quite a good movie. And it's got a scene where the shipyard, I believe that was in Hawaii, did a miraculous job of bringing the carrier, the Yorktown, back online to go fight in the Battle of Midway and was decisive. So the shipyard point about what Senator Kramer was talking about history really made history in that critical battle that was one of the most important in World War II, one of the most important battles in our nation's history. So that's how important this topic of discussion is. As has already been noted, the average age of naval shipyard facilities is over 60 years old, and the average dry dock age is approaching 100 years old. And we have seen the readiness of shipyards weaken as decisions were made to prioritize shipbuilding over ship maintenance. When initially developed, the Shipyard Infrastructure Optimization Plan had a bill of $21 billion over 20 years. That number has already increased in the last few years, and that is the topic I hope we can discuss in detail today. Additionally, according to the GAO, the Navy cannot currently complete all required maintenance for aircraft carriers and submarines with our existing dry dock capabilities. So how can we balance these necessary capital investments with the existing maintenance requirements? I think we find ourselves in a challenging situation as it relates to operational demands, ship maintenance, and the conditions of the fleet, not to mention the challenges in the Indo-PACOM theater and a look at where China is with regard to its shipbuilding and maintenance capabilities. Another issue that I think impacts the joint force is maintenance on conventionally powered ships, delayed overhauls of surface combatants that escort nuclear aircraft carriers also impact readiness. And I believe one option in that regard is to conduct lower-level maintenance at smaller private shipyards to free more space for more complex maintenance overhauls at our larger private shipyards. I hosted the Secretary of the Navy a couple years ago to our shipyard in Ketchikan, Alaska, which has enormous capabilities and is looking to do a lot of work for the U.S. Coast Guard. We have another shipyard in Seward, Alaska, that just completed almost $11 million worth of work on the USNS Grasp, a Navy rescue and salvage vessel. The work was delivered on time, on budget, and received outstanding feedback. So this is an all-hands-on-deck need, and I think there are shipyards across America, including in my state, that can participate and help out with regard to the challenges. Thank you. I look forward to hearing our witnesses. I want to go back to my Yorktown historical moment. So that was a ship that was severely damaged in battle and then came to Hawaii, I believe, and was very rapidly repaired and then participated decisively in the Battle of Midway. Admiral Glynis and Ms. Maurer, a June 2021 GAO report on the Navy's ability to repair battle-damaged ships revealed alarming shortcomings. And so I want to know how we are addressing this contingency. Let's assume we get into a serious naval battle with the Chinese, led by the Chinese Communist Party. What is our capability to, for example, repair a battle-damaged aircraft carrier or a battle-damaged submarine? My understanding from reading the GAO report is that those ships would have to go back to the continental United States for repair. And is that true? And are we trying to address many of the shortcomings revealed in the 2021 report? So, Admiral, why don't we hear from you first, and then Ms. Maurer on this question.
Yes, sir. No, that's a good question. Let me just for the committee right up front, I would tell you, I feel like we're challenged in that area, and that's something that our team is working on closely. We have conducted a number of different, I'll say, exercises, both tabletop exercises as well as real-life exercises on battle damage repair. And I'll give you just a couple of examples. So the Bonhomme Richard, I think everybody here knows the story of that. We were able to as we were bringing her around and into the ship dismantling yard on the Gulf Coast there, we conducted a number of exercises where we actually sent teams of Navy repair experts onto that ship to go through and conduct battle damage assessments and some rudimentary repairs to really start to exercise some of that capability. We're also, for some of our normal repairs, and I'll use the USS Chancellorsville, which right now is in dock out in Yokosuka, Japan. We're replacing a shaft out there. Looking at that and thinking about that differently, the initial estimate came in to replace that shaft was in the range of 140 to 150 days. As we kind of thought our way through that, we got that down to 90 days, 100 days or so. And just by changing our processes and thinking about things different. So we are exercising that type of thought process into some of our repairs, sir, but I would tell you we've still got some work to do.
But is it true right now that at least for a nuclear aircraft carrier or submarine, that is battle damage, the only place for it to be repaired would be a shipyard in the continental United States?
We could do some of that work in Yokosuka, Senator. We've got docking facilities and certainly a full range of ship repair capability in Yokosuka. We've also, our major repair facilities, yes, sir, are back here in the United States, particularly up in Puget on the West Coast.
So, Ms. Maurer, do you think that the rather alarming shortcomings revealed in the 2021 GAO report on this topic have been addressed, or are they still pretty glaring? And I'm talking about the topic of battle damage ship repair. Quickly, like we did with the Yorktown.
Thank you, Senator. I think the Navy continues to be challenged to do its regularly scheduled maintenance. We've done reviews that showed that completing depot level maintenance continues to be significantly delayed far too often. It would, in our estimation, they would be significantly challenged to repair battle damaged ships as well. On the encouragement side, though, we have seen increased Navy attention and focus on the recommendations we made in our report, which were broadly speaking to bring some coherence and central leadership and focus to the issue of battle damage assessment and battle damage repair. That has happened since our report, so we are encouraged by that. We're going to continue to watch this very, very closely. You used the Yorktown example. Obviously, the ships that the Navy is using today are much more technologically sophisticated than the Yorktown, so it creates an even more substantial and significant battle damage repair challenge for the Navy.